if you're paying lobola for me, it's not my virginity that I'm bringing to the table. Whether or not I am a virgin does not cancel the fact that I can make your house a home. It does not cancel the fact that I can support you. It does not cancel the fact that I can nurture your children. My virginity changes.
Okay, so the Manosphere is a space for men to sort of vent and to talk about the growing pains when it comes to modern women, but it's also a space for them to talk about their leveling up journey. So now, guys, I want to get your opinion on what modern women are like. Let's start with you, Sakani.
This is gonna get to a lot of people, but when I hear modern women, I hear feminists.
Okay.
And I am not a feminist. Okay. I am not in support of the modern feminist. So when I hear modern modern women, that's what I attach it to. And modern feminists now are
more like they hate men.
Yeah, they hate men for no reason in most cases. It's just because it's a man and they believe that equality says they're better than men, and that's not equality if they're better than them. But that's what I think.
What do you guys think? What's your take?
I mean, I would like to second like Sakani's opinion. Like the modern woman right now is feminist, and their definition of feminism these days is hate men. Okay. Everything bad should happen to men. On Twitter, I even read this tweet that said men deserve periods.
Yes, because men are trash.
No.
No. All right. So wait, what is feminism to you? Can you talk about olden day feminism and can you talk about modern day feminism and sort of compare that for me? Because I'm failing to understand what exactly you mean. Differentiate them for me.
I mean, I would like to think the classic feminism, the original idea of feminism was for women to fight for equal opportunity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right? Equal opportunity, equal pay, everything. They wanted to be, they wanted to be on par with men.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Add to what he's saying. So an example I would give is a male CEO and a female CEO should get paid the same. That's what they were fighting for. Right. But now, the feminism that is there now will tell you that a general manager who's a female should get paid what the male CEO is getting paid.
Okay.
That's, as like a real world example. It's extreme. The levels of equality that the modern feminists are fighting for are extreme and borderline don't make sense. There is no equality in the equality they're fighting for.
All right. Well, my own personal take on this, when we look at old feminism, I think even in a previous podcast, someone used this example of the 1950s or whatever time there was like a world war and it comes to an end or to a halt, and the men come back home and you're in this house, you've got your husband, he's back, and you're now almost subservient, you submitting, I guess, and they would beat some of their wives. Not that this applies to all, but there's that element of, you need to be submissive. Well, women back then were submissive, but not all of them were happy. So now that they have a chance to sort of be free, I'm not saying that under men we are not free, but now that they have a chance to be free, sometimes it is taken for extremism. It's not like every woman thinks the same when it comes to feminism. Nowadays. Is there not some sort of a differentiation? Don't you think they're extremists within the realm of feminism?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I think modern feminism is extremist. Because the whole idea of feminism, from what I've heard, like it started at a time whereby only men were allowed to vote and women weren't. This way it started.
Yeah.
Now women had to put up a fight, vote like on equal terms with men. Why? Because obviously, generally, if men are the only ones who vote, which means men are the ones who are like controlling society, because they vote for whoever they want, not taking into consideration what women want.
Okay.
But modern feminism is totally different.
Well, what do you think has sort of got us where we are now in terms of modern feminism? What are the driving factors? What has influenced this? Why do women think the way that they think now?
I would like to think relationships, breakups, and this sort of things. Like usually, if you've noticed what happens when women go on a rant about men are trash, men are this, men are that. Obviously, it's a result of maybe being cheated on or being treated badly, or and that's in itself, like it's baby steps, right? It starts as just ranting about one man, right? And then you put it out there, and then we have people that just what can I say? People who don't have their own opinion, who like when they when they hear someone's opinion, it's either they agree with that or they don't. And that's how it starts. Like if someone says men are trash, women come. Some women, not women. Some women come and they can't really figure out their own stance on where they stand. So they just have to side. They have to side with the agenda.
Okay.
And that's how it starts. And it has been growing. We see it all over social media. Like the hate is always there. Like and the thing is, innocent men are being affected by this. Not everyone is, some men try to be, as good as they can. But due to the result of, some women being cheated on by, the bad boys, the guys with the Hellcats, the guys with the money, with the trappers.
Yes.
The mandem, like the roadmen.
Yeah.
That's what women want, right?
Yeah.
Most women. That's what most women prefer.
Not all, but
that's why I'm saying most.
Would you?
What?
Is that what are you into?
A Hellcat? Like, would I want a Hellcat? Like the American Hellcat? No. No.
You wouldn't want a Hellcat?
Hellcat,
So
no.
guys,
Like there's too many other better cars than a Hellcat.
So yeah, I heard you've talked about extreme feminism, right? So I believe there's been also a far left group for the men, which sort of goes against extreme feminism, which are the red pill guys who believe women should be treated a certain way for them to stay in line and for them to be respected by women. So you need to do some certain things. So what's your thoughts on that?
Can I just
in your face?
I'm trying so hard to be calm. Just correct that I don't feel like these far left guys have gone for feminists. I don't think they're for wherever they are, left, right, center. I don't think that they are fighting feminists. I think they're fighting women in general. Like I'm not saying I'm against all feminists or all views around feminism, but there are certain views that I would disagree with, right? And I would come for a feminist and be like, no, don't, But if I see a woman that's not in this, that doesn't believe the same thing, I'm not holding her to those views. But these guys who are essentially the Manosphere Red Pill community have just gone for everybody, not just the feminists. It's just a woman. Like, just because you're a woman, you are not valuable. You should be controllable. You should be, yeah.
I mean, I think I get what you're trying to say, but I mean, that's how the world is right now. Like, people generalize.
Yeah.
For example, if say okay, say I'm a neighbor to this house, right? I start making noise, and it's only me who's making noise. But then, what are you guys going to say?
My
All the
neighbors.
black
All the
people
neighbors are noisy, the neighbors
Mm.
this, the neighbors that. You're not only going to come for me,
Mhm.
but you're coming for everybody. That's how the world is working right now. Even when, some of the women that I was talking about who say men are trash, they don't say some men are trash.
It's men.
They're just like, men are trash.
on like generalizing it. Would
Because
you
like literally on that point, like women say all men cheat.
Exactly.
So like,
And all men
okay, why
cheat.
do you expect me to be loyal? You're the one already coming at me say, no, I don't do this. All men cheat. Next you're like, don't cheat on me, okay?
but I'm a man. I cheat. I get what
But
you
it
mean.
shouldn't be like normalized.
From like the generalization that you brought, would you kind of justify the red pill community, or maybe not justify is the right word, but like understand, or maybe not just like be against them so much, because generalization is just a norm in the world now. So if they generalize women, it's not their fault. It's just how the world is working.
I mean, to a larger extent, I would understand why, because in my opinion, I would generally think if you're going to say something bad about, you generalize, okay, if you're going to say something bad and you generalize, but then within that general population that you've targeted, I know that I'm free from whatever this person has said. I'm innocent. I haven't done anything. How is that supposed to affect me? Because I know I haven't done anything. But if you know that whatever has been said, you have done, I feel like
Then it affects you.
that would hit a spot.
Okay, can I start from like home, right?
Yeah.
Like our international president of the red pill community, Mr. Shit is the word that came to it. Mr. Shadaya. Mr. Shadaya, right? He's got this whole thing about how if a woman has like basic, you know how like we you pay lobola, right, for your wife, right? But if you want to marry me and I've already slept with somebody, I drink alcohol, I have children, da 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 da. There's a lot of stuff that he says that that he uses to justify how a woman would not be of value, like to lobola, right? One thing I want to touch on is like if a woman is a single mom, right, then there's no need to pay lobola for her, because why are you paying lobola, right? I'm not a single mother, but that touches me. Like I can't relate to single moms because I have never been through that, but it will get to me. Not because I'm raising this because of what you said, that if he says if you drink alcohol, I'm not paying lobola. That could touch me because I drink alcohol, and me and my alcohol together, you should bring the cows for us. But like in a situation like that, I could like understand, right? But in a situation where like he touches single moms, it will upset me, not because I know it's not a guilt-based thing. It's just because it's crap, right? So would you say that there are some things that are actually nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, even I think that one is the first one.
Yeah.
Why? If we go into depth about it, it's not like every single mom is a baby mama with 4 different baby daddies. That situation happens. It's real, but it doesn't speak for all of them. We have single moms because maybe the father passed on, or because they shared a divorce or whatever the case was. But in the case of the father dying, I think that is the most sort of like hurtful one, especially because it's not as if you were running around the street being a thought and sleeping with every man, but he speaks with the mind that every single woman who is out there is so reckless with her body, does not respect herself, which is, I think, quite extreme. And then we also have the issue of virginity. I'm not saying that you shouldn't or should have sex. We're not policing that. But it's not as if men aren't
They're
also
not saving themselves for marriage.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not like it's a one-way street. To lose my virginity, we are assuming this is a heterosexual relationship or interaction. I am having sexual relations with a man. I'm not doing it on my own. So why don't we also go for the men and ask as to why they don't take accountability for sort of going around the street and taking every woman that they can?
No, but if we're trying to uphold like the African culture right now, the culture we have in Zimbabwe, right? I'm the one who's paying.
Okay.
So you can sleep with anyone before you decide to pay, but me, I should just be waiting for you to pay.
I have that privilege. Why? Because I'm paying.
So because
if you know that I've slept with probably 25 people, I have 25 bodies, right? And I'm coming to ask for your hand in marriage, you can just deny.
A cow just cancels those 25 bodies.
You can just deny, like, nah, I have too many bodies, and you move on.
Okay, all right.
Because basically it comes down to choices.
Okay.
I have the choice. Why? Because I'm paying. I'm the one who's going to pay.
Okay. If you're paying, right, you have 25 bodies, right? You're paying. You're going for somebody who has no bodies, right? You are paying. She takes you. Okay, cool. But let's say she's got 25 bodies. You both have 25 bodies, actually. Are you still paying?
It depends. It depends on whether I fancy that person. Because if you try to chase down like the real meaning behind lobola, or the reasons why lobola was first initiated or was first maintained like during those days, right? One of the main reasons was because a girl managed to like keep her modesty until a certain time, right? And I don't know what's it called, what it's called in Shona, but there was a term that refers to a specific amount that you pay because that girl kept her modesty until you came to ask for a hand in marriage.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Can I add to this? Don't you think also lobola existed because back then you needed some form of like, equity, some form of monetary exchange. So when it comes to the cows were reflective of your wealth. That was your survival. In fact, I'm not saying this was the situation, but I am saying this was the situation. Women were sort of used as some form of currency exchange. If you have so many daughters, you can have so many cows. Don't you think? I'm not saying that was the only reason for lobola. It's not the only one. Yes, the modesty thing I can respect. I respect that. But I do believe that even if we look at Western culture, right, you would have an exchange of a dowry, right? So it's not like...
There's a law I actually believe that should be implied, like people shouldn't have children unless they earn a certain amount. But then again, how do you know they'll keep earning that amount?
Okay.
I get
Which
you.
is crazy.
No, but like, because he's not doing it. The same way that that I can't give you 8 rounds because I'm not giving
What
you
if
8
it
rounds.
increases?
No, but
Then it's later. My sex drive can also...
But you see, look, the two options are he either goes outside, he does it, like, okay, he gets a side piece.
Or he brings the side piece home.
Or you know that he has married a second wife.
That's what I'm also saying. It's either I'm going to the guy that's going to provide for me, the one I want to be provided for, or I'm telling you that, you and this guy are providing.
Can I chip in here? So ultimately, right, we're in a modern day and age. I just want to go back. I know this wasn't your point because you didn't go in depth, but for me, I'm still stuck on it, quite frankly. Right? We're in a modern day and age where we are both earning money. Maybe I don't care that you earn more money because with the money I earn, I can still have my house, I can still have my car, right? So you come to me with this fresh news that you never disclosed to me that you would have had a desire of, that you want to have another wife. So I should stick around for this just simply because that is the way that it is. But I don't have to listen to you anymore.
But no one is telling you to stick around.
But that's how you guys are putting it across. It's almost as if I kind of have to put up with it just because that's the way that it is.
No, basically by that, it's like, okay, if you want to dip, you can dip, and then
Okay.
you don't, like,
That's better.
So the
because
woman
way
can
you had been
leave.
saying it is not like
no,
that.
before
woman-
I meant like before first times. No, it
No,
takes
I
you. Wait, once I touch 50 cows.
So no, can we agree on something? Can the woman after the introduction of a second wife, if the woman wants to leave, can she leave?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
I think
If-
right
if-
now.
Calm.
If she can't,
We have no
can't put up with
issues.
it, then
Okay,
Cool.
can I ask a question? I'm not in support of this. Oh, sorry, I just want to ask this. I'm not in support of this, but I'm just curious, right? If you can have another woman come in and fulfill your sexual needs, right? I may want, maybe because you're so busy,
Mhm.
I want a man that can fulfill my emotional needs. It doesn't need to be physical. So I just want someone to spend time with. It's just an emotional relationship. Can I also do that?
You have a mom.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay.
damn.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Let's
No, well done. Well done. No, well
Okay,
done.
let's
Does
bring
your mom have a friend?
okay, let's bring it to the same level because that example is not the same. If it's a sexual relation thing, you are under the assumption that the man is the only one with the high sex drive. But like it's
Sex
been
is not for the
reported-
woman.
Wait.
Okay, wait, just hold on. It's been reported that a lot of women feel unsatisfied when it comes to sexual relations.
Yeah, because
So the
most
whole
guys
time
are bad.
I may have been with you and I can enjoy the whole encounter, but it doesn't necessarily mean I reach an orgasmic point.
A woman
And
can
I
die
could
without
put-
ever
wait,
having
wait,
an
wait.
orgasm.
Just hold on. And if you have the right to seek to find another wife to just, bring some spice, I'm not, like I said, I'm not in agreement with this behavior. I'm just casting a question to just bring the thoughts out there, What if I also want to engage in the same, because I know that guy can give me the big O, but you can't, but it's not like I'm emotionally attached.
No, you
to
can't
him.
do that.
Why?
We also want to climax an orgasm.
No,
we are
do you know,
human.
like, one, the way sex is made, it's for a man. It's a sense of
Wow.
celebration.
I would not
It's
have
a
sexual
celebration.
organs if sex was for a
Wow,
man.
No,
wow,
listen.
If sex was for a man, fuck
Listen.
me in my ear.
Listen.
I would
Wow.
not have.
No, listen, right? This is why the deed can be done without a female having to orgasm. If she does it, like, lucky you, but
It's not about
But
that
no,
women
listen,
aren't meant to
but
orgasm.
for the
it's just that you don't know how to do
for
it.
the art to finish, the man has to orgasm.
No, the art finishes when we have both orgasms. Thank you
No,
very much.
No,
the
it's
child
So
talking
unfair.
about-
Imagine
he's talking about
we have
including-
children.
It's-
We have
life
children
is not
from your
fair. That's the
orgasm.
problem.
Your one
These
orgasm.
feminists want equality, but if you're
No, listen to how unfair this is, right? This whole pleasure moment that we've had, right? Ba 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 ba, doom doom doom, you orgasm.
30 seconds.
30 seconds of nothing. That put
It's
the whole,
good.
that 30 seconds, I enjoyed nothing out of that 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just for me to bear a whole human being from you. And
then
I
about-
couldn't even get an orgasm.
Did
I
they
carried
say-
this thing
did
for
you-
9
did you
months. I
even
couldn't
know
even get an
what that is?
orgasm.
You proceed
No.
to say,
Wait.
I want another.
Do you
I
even
want
know what that
another
is?
wife.
I don't know what an
What if
What if
orgasm
it's a
is.
lie?
Do they exist?
Top of that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
really
facts because we
Because we're
don't.
just meant to ejaculate.
I mean,
No, because you people have no substance. You go for one thing. Women are substantial people. Like,
guys, it's not that we
right.
don't all have to move with substance. Like, I get that one. But
Yeah.
the honest truth is that if we bring it back to just the example I used, not all women are able to reach an orgasm with their partner. So they can still love.
please don't say not all women are able to reach. Not all partners are able to make their women
Okay.
reach. It's not in my control to
Alright, okay.
orgasm myself.
That's
It's your
better.
job. Yes.
I agree.
So
with
not all male partners are able to make their women
woman-
reach orgasm. There we go.
All right.
Continue.
Okay, with that wording, right? The correct phrase of how to say it, right? In that case, it's modern times. there's social media just like you go out and seek other women. Like I said, I'm not in alignment with any of this behavior, but I'm just chucking it out there. Like, what if I also want to just in 5 years I haven't had the big O? You think I'm honestly not suffering just as you are?
Just
not
get a divorce
suffering.
and look for
Do you know
another
how
one.
It doesn't help because the next one also can't. Like, I would divorce the whole world because
Nah, you just go around looking, man.
Wow.
It is what it is.
But you know what I feel? Since we're on the sexual thing, I just feel like some men, a big number, I may not say majority, a big number of men are just selfish. Because there are some that are actually patient enough to learn.
Yeah.
Like, orgasms are real, guys. They happen. We can.
Really?
I'm telling you.
fact that
I don't
you're
know
so
what it is,
shocked is
but
so shocking.
I thought that was a fairy tale.
but men
That
don't
you're
have.
shocked is so shocking.
Men are selfish. They don't have the patience to learn. It's a real thing. It's not a myth. It's not a myth.
No, but the thing is the woman patient enough to wait for him to learn?
Of course, I'm your wife.
That's how we're getting second one to practice.
I have no words for you, Daryl. Like right now, I have no words for you. I'm willing. I love you. I'm patient. I will be patient enough.
Because it's you
if you
who
need
I
to
want
read
to
a
please
book,
me.
read the book. If you
The
need to go
book's
to a
done.
sex therapist, like in America, they have those type of alternative routes to learn. It's just that maybe you aren't willing to invest the time. And you know, the sad thing is women love to learn the art of pleasuring men.
Yeah.
But the reverse, I find that it's never really shared. Yes, there are men that are curious, but I find, especially, let's lower it down to African community.
Curiosity killed the cat,
You will not be spending the time. You'll be like, I'm bringing in the bag. Stereotypically, I'm bringing in the bag, so there's no need.
There's not
for
even
me
time
to
for
give-
foreplay.
Yeah, there's no need.
Let's
for
not
that.
even
I
go
don't
to
have time
orgasm.
for that.
Foreplay is not even a thing. It's just I'm getting home. Yo, I'm hungry. Let's do this thing. One rough da.
Nah, but I think you guys should also look at it this way. Men are very easy to please.
Okay, so women are hard to please, so
Yeah.
don't
You
invest
guys-
the
you
time
guys
in
don't even
learning.
know what you
It
want.
takes a while for a woman to
Yeah.
get aroused as compared to a male.
Okay,
Yeah,
Saka,
because
we
people
saying-
just see
we
something
talked
with
about
legs
the
and it's
element
up.
of compromise in relationships. So you can't even compromise your time and energy for this
Just to learn.
particular aspect. How selfish of you! I am so shocked right now by the level of selfishness.
You also don't want to leave while you're drinking, so you know.
no,
Don't compromise.
I was never in agreement. I was never in agreement with
No,
that at all. I was never in agreement.
this is
with that.
my thing of my like balance of compromise comes in. That let's say you say to me, I don't like the way you do your hair and I don't like that you drink, right? And I tell you that I'll change how I do my hair, but I'm not going to change how I drink, right? So you also have to compromise in accepting that, right? And then I could say to you, I don't like how you dress. I also don't like how you can't please me, right? And then you can be like, okay.
So much.
I'll change the way I dress.
You see, exactly. You're going to go for the easier option. Like if you give a man that option, right? They're going for the easiest thing. But learning how my body works, no.
I don't even want to spend kind of 30 minutes on YouTube or even on Netflix. There's a show there to watch about
Ask me.
the art of
Like, you don't even go far. Ask me. It's my body. I know my body.
Maybe
Ask me.
he's asked you and it's not working.
No,
So
but-
like he needs to seek alternative routes.
What
The fact that you don't want to invest that time and energy is so sus, because that part is so important in a relationship. That's why you are seeking a second wife. But you're failing to invest that small amount of time for me. This is deeply saddening. Like,
YouTube though.
Sex is very
What do I look like going on YouTube and saying how to please a woman?
exactly that. We are mature beings.
It's-
If you can watch a movie where it's R-rated and everything is in there, please, how can you be shy to search on YouTube how to please my wife?
pleasure is
The
a
thing-
deep one for Michelle.
the thing is,
Seriously.
I feel like pleasuring a woman it's not something that's like constant, right? It's different.
To the woman.
Wait, don't laugh.
Okay,
Let me
go on.
finish. I feel like it's different to each woman.
Okay.
But with the men,
I have read a post whereby a woman was like, I got an orgasm from getting my titties sucked.
Okay.
it can work.
She was pleasured, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But I have to go for like 45 minutes trying to turn you on first. And God damn it.
Okay. So if your one rule is, Michelle, I want you to make lunch boxes for me every day. I'm not going to make lunch boxes for you every day. I'm going to have the maid make you my lunch box and I'll shut up because you can't spend time just to learn. Not that I'm actually gonna do that. It's not square for square. It's not toe for toe.
Did you say I'm not?
I'm just saying it's just a little bit sad that in a relationship, I don't. When I walk into marriage, I don't walk in with the thought that I'm going to leave because he can't achieve this one element for me. I would love for you to learn. Let's not even use sex. Let's just use another example completely. If, for example, I am into watching a specific show, right, at this time, right? I've spent time supporting your soccer team, right? And I've spent the Sundays watching soccer with you. But you can't even spend kind of 30 minutes watching crime and investigation with me on a Sunday. The fact that you made that face deeply.
You know, I made it inside my head.
Seriously.
I was like, what?
That is so
Michelle's
sad.
very disappointed by you guys right now.
I'm so disappointed.
Incredibly disappointed.
So we were talking about the art of compromise and we used the example of alcohol.
We're done.
And we're done? Like you used the example of alcohol before, right? And you were like, if my wife doesn't stop drinking, like I really wouldn't like that. And I respect that, right? That's the and let's say I'm your wife. You're like, Michelle, I really don't appreciate how these days, every day you're having a glass or like 2 glasses of red wine. Can you try and lower your alcohol intake? I'm like, okay, maybe can I have my red wine on a Friday, right? That's the compromise. And she's like, that's fine because Friday is for chill. And then I'm like, hey babe, do you want to watch a movie with me for like my series for 30 minutes? You see, you can't dedicate 30 minutes of your time to watch a series with me.
Nah,
This is too much.
If you can compromise, I can compromise. That's how an ideal relationship
That's how
works.
a relationship
So
should
it's
be.
different.
That's how
I do what
Okay.
you do. I get that.
Okay, guys, so here's your closing statement. Shadaya said,
Thank you. I've been waiting for that. That's why I'm here. Yes. What did he say?
if she doesn't cry after she checks your phone, shame on you.
I would like to translate that if people do not understand. Basically, if you're not an asshole, shame on you. You are not a man in society if you cannot cause your woman pain.
Yeah, I have to be the worst heartbreak.
Oh,
The best
wow.
man.
Nah, I would have to disagree with that.
Thank you.
I mean, like,
Some form of
you say some sensible
semblance of
shit, yeah?
sanity.
But nah. That's
He
not
says
it.
some sensible.
Sometimes.
Can you like one thing?
No.
You can't remember anything.
That's another story.
No, one thing that you read and you're like, okay, this I can get behind. Whether or not we're gonna agree with you, it's you.
I'll have to dig into the archives.
Oh.
Okay,
Let me dig in.
but
Can we spare time for that?
your thoughts?
No, man. Still confused.
I mean,
But you know
like,
what?
Even on what you were saying, Kuti, the causing pain part, it's just very confusing to me as to why you'd want to be in a relationship where your girlfriend, firstly, why is she checking your phone? Me, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, also
But
that. If you're looking for
but
something,
also
you'll
that,
find
like,
it.
secondly, if she checks the phone and there's a reason to cry or there's a reason to be in pain, why even in a relationship? I really don't even understand.
That's
at this
actually-
point. Just do whatever you want.
That's what I
And
don't
not
get.
be in a relationship at all.
I don't
No,
get
but guys,
that.
like, we'll love you. Like, we'll love you.
And you make us
Only-
believe, Shem. You
no.
make us believe that there's
We
no
do,
one.
It's true.
It's true when there's Betty on the side.
I know that's not.
No,
It's,
no.
You're saying there's one.
are you gonna believe your eyes over me?
Oh wow! It's just a phone, baby. You're gonna believe the phone. No, but like on what you said, on what you said as to if you're going to make her cry, why are you in a relationship? I also say if you're going to check his phone,
Why
are you in a relationship? Because it shouldn't like be
like if
there should
you
be
caught
trust.
me, like if you walked in the room, then
that's. But like if you're making an effort to
I'll
find
even
something,
look at you and be like, stupid child, come back. No, not even tell me, come back into bed when you're done crying. I was sleeping, bro.
I don't believe in checking
I do really understand what you guys are saying, but I feel like your partner should be able to comfortably use your phone.
Yeah.
Use your phone without you having anything to hide.
Yeah, I can use it. Like I can be like, yo, I don't know. I want to search for something, right? But it's not a thing of I'm taking your phone to go through your Instagram, to go through your app. I'm using it for whatever.
Concerning.
Yeah, like okay, I can be on your WhatsApp maybe to text someone that we both know, but to actually say I am like just looking for something. And when you're going through a phone, you're not going through the phone to know what's there. You know what you're looking for, and you will find it. If you look for something, you will find it because the whole objective of looking is to find.
Okay, not that I believe in checking phones, but like also why is it there?
Why are you looking for it? Why? If you didn't look for it, it wasn't going to be there.
True, so just gonna be under the guise.
Yeah, if you didn't look for it, it wasn't going to be there because it hasn't been there. It's only now there because you found it.
Okay.
Another unpopular opinion by Shaddai. So let's try this one. There isn't much of a difference between a girl and a woman, yet there's a big difference between a boy and a man. Why so? Girls simply grow and become women, but not every boy becomes a man. A girl simply becomes a woman, but he transitions from boyhood to manhood. Is a battle. His transition from boyhood to a man is a battle, right? A man has to build himself in order to be regarded as one. That's why no man takes lightly being called a boy, yet women find it flattering being called a girl.
So just because my boobs grew bigger, I am now a woman. But a man is defined a man because there's more substance to him, because his mind is now geared in a certain way. He's living life differently. That's what makes him a woman. For me, being a woman does not take effort.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's
right?
what he's saying, which is very shocking because I think to both genders, I think even, okay, so we talked about being a high value man and I equated it to not high earning. I talked about characteristics that come under a high value man. So as a woman, from girlhood, from being a girl to becoming a woman, there's some transitions that happen. There's a mindset change. Some people, unfortunately, don't mature. You'll find that across the board, across all genders, there'll be lack of maturity. There'll be a 30-year-old man still trying to behave like he's in his 20s. There'll be a 20-year-old, there'll be a 40-year-old woman who believes that she's still 18. You'll find that there are people like that. But as a high-value woman, your mind sort of changes, right? And when I say high-value woman, I'm going to apply it to myself. There's some biblical elements to that, okay? That's what makes you, to me, on a personal level. But if we remove a biblical element out of that, there's just some certain characteristics that come with it, you know? Kind-hearted. You're just a kind-hearted person, and there are other elements. But nonetheless, I don't feel that that assumption he made is not fair. You know? As a man, yeah, I think it's one of those men value status amongst other men. So that building up that you're just doing is just so that you get that big up from other men. It's not the same for women, personally. You kind of develop and grow for yourself.
Yeah. As an
That's honestly what I believe.
That face you're making, whatever you're saying, just
doesn't like
it.
Don't you like it when
Just
amongst other men?
Oh, your dick is fresh,
stand
right?
above.
Yeah,
You do.
my day is fresh, right? But I won't go to the lengths of growing so that I can impress my homies. No,
Okay. You will still, if it's, you do you.
I wouldn't do that for the sake of the homies. That's for my sake.
What do you think about what he said?
I mean, but if we look at it objectively, like in real life, that's what happens actually.
Women just grow.
This is
Yeah.
shocking. I would like to think that I
'Cause-
don't think the same way I thought when I was
Okay,
13,
okay.
guys.
No, wait. Look at it this way. If let's say if a man how can I say? I'm looking for the ideal example.
We will wait.
No one will hear this one.
It'll be good.
What, like, does it make bread and butter?
No, not like that. But I want to put it in a way whereby, like, if a man does something, right, and something that doesn't appeal to a lot of women, a lot of women tend to call him a boy.
Okay.
A lot of women, not all women.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to make sure. All right, but for women, it's not very common. Like if she does something petty and then guys are just like, she's a girl. Women actually like being called girls. Most of them.
Okay. Would you not think that it's because we're looking at it differently? So if you call me a girl, I don't think that you're calling me a 12-year-old. In my head, I just look young. I'm a pink 16-year-old at 30. But if you call a man a boy, you take it as I'm a boy. Like we take it as, we're not grown, but in the sense of appearance. You take it as I'm not grown in the sense of in life. Like everything about me.
No. It's more like you don't know what I've gone through and all the growth that I've been through.
Mhm.
And you're not acknowledging all the growth that I've been through.
Okay.
Just because of one simple thing that you do not, align with.
All right. I want to go into that a little bit. I'm not undermining anyone's journey, but I think the type of growth that you're talking about are we talking about building an empire or something, right? And then versus a woman this is just an example, versus a woman who's maybe just sort of married the husband that built the empire. Is this like what we are talking about here? Because in that case, you're trying to then, it's like, how do I say this? Even amongst men, not all men will be great in terms of building an empire. Some will be greater than others. So you cannot make that comparison across the board. There are women that build empires, right? And there are women that don't. So are we talking about what you build, or are we talking about growth characteristic wise?
No, I'm talking about like it doesn't actually have to be like growing an empire, right?
Okay.
Because if you look at it, a lot of men grow through going through hardship.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a
how
woman can't grow. It's like,
I'm not saying women can't.
okay.
I'm just saying a lot of men, that's how they grow.
Because hardship it's contextual. Like my
No,
hardship could have been that I was raped.
The thing
Or
is,
my hardship could have been that I didn't get a new phone.
the thing
That
is,
can't the rape and getting your phone. are not
Oh,
the
and
same
our
thing.
problems are different, but their problem.
the thing is, in an African context, right? Men have no option than to go through hardship and try to succeed. Why? Because ultimately, a woman is looking for someone who can provide for him. But a woman can choose not to work and just wait to get married by a man. You have that option. Am I right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true.
Basically, that's what I was
You have.
asking
We don't have an option because we are the hunters.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we
is
have
that
to,
is
we have to go through that hardship. We have to.
Unless
Is
you're
that-
like
You
have to
Scott
break it.
Disick.
like Is that what you would say justifies what he said, that a man, what was it? Okay, I'm just gonna paraphrase. A man, a boy transitions into a man through like actual sensible things, and a woman just becomes a woman. Would you say what you've just said, that you have no choice but to become a man? That's what would justify that. Like, as women, our bodies have changed, and that's what's now making me a woman. But the way I think, the way I carry myself, all of that.
That's adding nothing.
It adds nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Did you say it as nothing?
That's what it's all.
Yeah, because he's just.
If we put it on a
should we have it
simple
read
level.
again? Can we have it read again?
So I'm just going to add more context to it, like where he's going. So it's like a woman is just a girl that's age finally able to convince. There's no challenge, be it financial, mental, or even spiritual, that distinguish a girl from a woman. Nothing other than age attempts to make this distinction. Think about both girls, women expect to be taken care of. Unlike women, men are not born but created. Overcoming poverty, pain, conflict, heartbreak, difficulty is what forges the masculine. A man possesses qualities like confidence, strength, honor, and courage. And already society expects more from a man than a woman. To simply cut it, fellas, you have the burden of becoming. You must embrace it and overcome it. You must become a man by any means necessary, or you'll be shoved away. Learn or perish.
So those qualities are not in women? Sorry.
You're not agreeable. You're not agreeable enough.
I think
Can modern men ever be happy?
One thing about Shaddai is his scope is limited to maybe Zimbabwe in the current economic situation.
Okay.
It is applicable in real life.
In the current
exactly.
And the current.
But if it was an ideal economy,
I
don't think it really.
Let's stick to the current economy, like you just said. He said a man has confidence, strength, 4 nice things that he stated there that is in a man. And the way that he put it there is to say that a man has these things and a woman doesn't. What's my confidence got to do with the economy?
Nothing.
Like, what is the connection? He's just saying women ain't shit. He's saying men possess these things and women just don't have it. Just because you're a man, you're
wait. I want to answer that. Even like, okay, let's break it down to the simple things, that women can achieve. Spirituality. So, and mindset change. Are you trying to say that the Michelle that was 13 years old and the Michelle that's sitting right here at the age of 20 still thinks the same? I mean, just as a question, answer me that, Ghost. Yes or no? Do you think I still think the same way that I thought when I was fresh out of primary school? Because to me that is.
Before I hang myself, I'm just a messenger. I'm just saying what he said, but I think I'm just trying to explain his view. From his point of view, he's saying that women are basically privileged, like they have things easier for them growing up, so they just transition from being a girl to a woman, rather than men have to achieve certain stuff, they have to do certain
that's
things.
That's your own. If you want to stand in the community and you care about being an upright man, then that's on you, right? It's about you. At the end of the day, it's about what you want to be. It's about your self motivations. That's why he's like, oh, stand up, men, or you perish. That's about an ego. That's an ego-driven statement. If you don't have to be under that pressure, as Yusuf was, it's your choice. If you feel that you must go through all this hardship to become this great man, then sure, embark on that journey. But nonetheless, that doesn't mean that women don't. I'm not saying the hardships are the same or they are not the same. But I think it's such an unfair statement because, especially if we apply Zimbabwe to this, there are women out there that literally.
We're selling ourselves, guys.
Like not even prostitution. There are girls there that live in abject poverty. And sometimes they don't make it out too. So it's so unfair to just say men are the only ones to become something. Sometimes your whole family is made of girls. There's no guy there to take care of that family. Who's going to pay the bills? Who's going to make sure that there's food on the table? There has to be some form of maturity, some form of growth. Maybe unfortunately at the age of 13 you have to go and sell rape or spinach by the road. That's some form of growth. That's some form of hardship. So it's so unfair, especially coming from a Zimbabwean. It's actually quite disappointing that he would negate some of the hardships that other women go through. I may not have gone through them because, yes, I will acknowledge I am privileged. I come from a privileged household. But not everybody is like that.
Money. I'm sure.
Not everyone is like that. But to wrap this topic up, when it comes to our consensus on the manosphere, what have we concluded today?
They need to sort out the issues. They need to heal.
We didn't reach a conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your personal conclusion?
Or opinion?
There is no conclusion because the thing is, we were just sharing opinion.
What's your opinion? Your personal opinion?
I shared
has
my,
it morphed?
I shared my
Has it
opinion,
changed?
and I have heard other people's opinions, and I may or may not agree with some of them.
Okay, fair enough. Daryl, do you have anything to add?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, for me, I think what I've learned from this is clearly there are extremists within both sides. We've got extremist feminists, we've got extremist men who are in the manosphere space.
Who made the name Red Pill?
Red Pill. It comes from the Matrix. Red pill versus blue pill. Red pill is like awakening, enlightenment, and then the blue pill is like staying asleep or whatever. But thank you everyone for listening. It's been fun. It's been great. Thank you so much. Bye.
Till next time.